this is Parveen. Today we are on the first session of class 10th Economics, chapter 2, sectors of Indian economy. As in our economic system, we have seen that there are different kinds of sectors which we have according to the ownership, according to the activity which we are doing in that particular sector, and according to the working condition which laborers are getting, which employers are getting under that particular sector. So in this particular chapter we are going to learn about all these sectors in detail, and we are also going to highlight some problems of these sectors and how these sectors depend upon each other and how they are interconnected or interrelated with each other. So in this particular chapter we are going to learn about all these things. So first we will start with different sectors of Indian economy or classification of different sectors of Indian economy. Now when we talk about the classification of different sectors of an Indian economy or sectors of Indian economy can be divided into three different classification, or on the basis of three different classification. First one is on the basis of nature of activity. That means under that particular sector, what activities employers are doing, what activities laborers are doing, what activities they involved in. Second one is on the basis of ownership. That means ownership is with the government or whether ownership is with the private individuals. And third one is on the basis of working condition. What is the working condition which a sector provides to the employee? So that is also a one kind of classification. So over here when we talk about classification of sectors of an Indian economy, we are having three different classification. First one is on the basis of nature of activity, second one is on the basis of ownership, and third one is on the basis of working condition. Now first we will start with first classification, that is on the basis of nature of activity. When we talk about on the basis of nature of activity, Indian economic system or sectors of Indian economy can be divided into three. That is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Now when we talk about primary sector, now this particular classification is very much important because when we calculate national income, on that time we consider these three sectors, that is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. That is why this particular part of the classification is very much important. Now when we talk about on the basis of nature of activity, we have three classification or three types or three sectors of an Indian economy, that is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. First one is primary sector. What is primary sector? Primary sector is a sector where all the activities which this sector is doing is related to the nature. It is totally related with the nature, or when activities under this particular sector, when activities have been conducted, natural resources have been used, or natural activities have been used, or natural activities have been done, or activities are depend upon nature, such as agriculture. When we talk about agricultural activities are totally depend upon nature. Like when we talk about the land, on land when farmers are farming, that land is a natural resource. Soil is also a natural resource. Farming depends upon rain. Rain is also acting as a natural resource. It is also a natural resource. So over here you can say that all the activities which is related with nature can be termed as primary sector or can come under primary sector. Like agriculture, then we also have animal husbandry. Animals are also comes under natural resource. Forestry, forest and wildlife resources. Then we also have mining. All these activities are related with nature. That is why all these activities comes under primary sector. So over here we can say that primary sector, under primary sector, or primary sector means activities which is related with nature or activities which depends upon nature or natural resources. Those activities comes under primary sector, and that particular sector is termed as primary sector. Now second one is secondary sector. What is secondary sector? Secondary sector means activities, there are certain activities which is related to manufacturing and industries. So these activities which is related with manufacturing and industries, they are termed as secondary sector. Now when we talk about primary sector or agricultural activities or related activities with agriculture, 75% of our Indian population depends upon agriculture. That means primary sector is more important. And when we talk about the growth and development of our economic system, on that time industries, manufacturing companies are very much important. So each sector has its own importance. Primary sector is mostly we can find in rural areas, and secondary sector mostly we can found them in urban areas. Okay, like we can take an example of Reliance Industries, Tata Industries. Okay, these are the manufacturing industries. These industries comes under secondary sector. Any manufacturing or any industry, you can say that these industries or those manufacturing companies can comes under secondary sector, because secondary sector means activities which is related with manufacturing and industry. Either it is the production process, either it is the distribution process, or either it is the buying and selling of goods and services. All those activities comes under secondary sector. Now third one is tertiary sector. Now this particular sector, before we have in traditional days, or you can say in olden days, we only have two sectors, that is primary sector and secondary sector. But slowly, because of the education, you can say, and because of the trade and industries, there is one more sector which has emerged, that is tertiary sector. Tertiary sector is also known as service sector, because under tertiary sector there are activities which is related with the services. Different kinds of services are there nowadays. Those services are very much required, and those services comes under tertiary sector, like banking, insurance, transportation, hospitality. Different kinds of professionals like doctors, teachers, lawyers, they also comes under tertiary sector. So like this, there are three sectors of an Indian economy. That is primary sector on the basis of nature of activity. That is primary sector which is related with nature. Secondary sector which is activities which is related with manufacturing and industry. Tertiary sector means activities which is related with services, different kinds of services. Now when we talk about these three sectors somehow depends upon each other, or they are interrelated or interconnected. Like let's take an example. When we talk about secondary sector depends upon both primary sector and tertiary sector, because secondary sector like industries or manufacturing companies requires raw materials which they get from primary sector. Like let's take an example, cotton textile mills or cotton textile manufacturing industries, they require cotton raw material, and these raw material they get from the primary sector. At the same time, you can say many industries require financial help, financial aid. They also require transportation for distribution. They also require certain security, because of which they required insurance. All these things they can found in the tertiary sector. So over here you can say that secondary sector depends upon primary and tertiary sector. In the same way, primary sector also depends upon secondary and tertiary sector, because as secondary sector requires raw material, in the same way primary sectors also require certain infanticides, pesticides, or certain high yielding seeds which can be manufactured in secondary sector. And primary sector also requires certain financial help and loan which they get from the banking or tertiary sector. And tertiary sector for working depends upon primary and secondary sector. So like this you can say that these three sectors depend upon each other. They are interdependent, interconnected, or interrelated. So I hope you have understood what is what are the classification of sectors of Indian economy on the basis of nature of activity. That is primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Now moving further, second classification is on the basis of ownership. Now when we talk about on the basis of ownership, we are having two sectors, that is public sector and private sector. Now what is on the basis of ownership? On the basis of ownership means we have seen that when we talk about ownership, we have socialism, we have capitalism, and we also have a mixed economy. Okay, India follows mixed economy. India follows mixed economy means we have both public sector and private sector. That means we are having certain companies or certain sectors which is under the control of government, And we have certain sectors or industries which is totally under the control of private individuals. So on the basis of ownership, we are having two sectors, that is public sector and private sector. Public sector means when industries or when that particular sector is owned and controlled by government, that is called as public sector. That means all the decisions will be taken by the government and regarding the company or regarding the industry or regarding the sector, and total control is of the government only. Like let's take an example, we have railways, defense, post offices, and we also have atomic energy research centers. All these things are under the control of government and they are owned by the government. That is why those sectors are called as public sector. And as we say that government is controlling and owning that particular sector, the main aim of this particular sector is giving welfare to people. It is welfare oriented sector. That is why when we talk about railways, post offices, they charge very less amount of money from the consumer or from the customer, because their main purpose is to provide services to the people. Their main purpose is to provide welfare to the people. Okay, so you can say that public sector is welfare oriented or it has a welfare motive. Next one is private sector. Private sector means it is opposite to the public sector. Private sector means the industries or sectors which is owned and controlled by private individuals. There is a private ownership. Okay, that is called as private sectors. Like let's take an example, Bajaj, Reliance, Tisco. All these are the private sector enterprises which is totally controlled, owned and managed by private individuals. And these private individuals only have a motive of profit. They are profit based industries. Their motive is profit. They are profit oriented. They don't want welfare but they want profit from the company. Okay, because they are the private owners. They want their own profit. But when we talk about public sector or government thinks about the people, because they want votes from the people. Okay, that is why they wanted to maintain their political power. That is why when these public enterprises are there, they try to provide welfare to the people. They try to provide services to the people. They are not having a profit motive in their mind. Okay. Now moving on further, next and last classification was on the basis of working condition. Now on the basis of working condition in India, sectors can be divided into two, that is organized sector or unorganized sector. Organized sector means which is registered under the government law, which is registered under the Companies Act of 1956, and that particular company or that particular industry you can say, or that particular sector was totally organized. That means they have regular employment. When they employ a person, the employment of a person is fixed and permanent. Better and fixed wages are there every month. Every month the employees are getting the fixed wages, and they are having a better and good working condition, and they also have fixed working hours, which is 8 hours. Okay, maximum 8 hours. Or if they are doing an extra work, that is overtime, they are getting money for that also. They company paid them for the overtime also, and they also have paid holidays, medical leaves are there, and PF and gratuities are also there. So this is an organized sector where employers get all kind of facilities. And when we talk about unorganized sector, under unorganized sector they are not registered under the Companies Act of 1956, and they are irregular employment, and less wages are there, poor working conditions are there, uncertain working hours, their working hours are not fixed, and they don't have any paid holidays. If they are getting any holiday, their payment has been cut down, and no PF and medical allowances has been given to them. So like over here when we talk about organized and unorganized sector, you can see that under unorganized sector, employees have many different kinds of problem which they faced, because the working condition is not proper, their wages are not proper, they are not getting wages properly. Okay, many times it happens that when they are working they don't get wages at all. Okay, because it is not an organized sector, so they can't complain to the government also. Okay, or if anything, any losses are there, they need to bear that losses from a loss with the owner. Like small scale industries, cottage industries are the example of these unorganized sectors. And in our Indian economy, we have 20% of unorganized sector where people are suffering, where laborers are suffering. That is why government has taken many steps to solve the problem of laborers, to solve the problem of unorganized sector since 1991. Because after 1991 we are having a LPG model of growth, liberalization, privatization and globalization. Under that particular policies, there are measures which has been taken to make unorganized sector as an organized sector, so that laborers will get the good and better working condition. So in this particular session we have learned about all the different three classification of Indian economic system or sectors of Indian economic system. Once again I am repeating, we have three classification of sectors of Indian economy. First one is on the basis of nature of activity, second one is on the basis of ownership, and third one is on the basis of working condition. Okay, and all these three different sectors or the three different classification of sectors are important for each other, and they are interconnected or interrelated with each other. I hope you have understood whatever I have taught you in this session. In our next session we will see that how these sectors contribute towards the national income. Till then, thank you.